I think that is where this whole problem started from. Because if you tell me that Bobrisky is a man, are you blind to see that he has done his boobs? Are you blind to see that he has done his bum bum? He's transgender. I mean, the other one we do not see. We are not seeing it to know if he altered that one or not. But the fact that we are seeing that one that is visible, seeing the backside that is visible, he's a transgender. No, before he become a transgender, he was a crossdresser. Like I told you, there is no law actually banning or accepting it in Nigeria. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been Bobrisky and VDM, Bobrisky and VERYDARKBLACKMAN since this week. For those of you that don't know what is trending about these two, so a video leaked out where Bobrisky was saying a lot of things, paying Falana for this and for that. I have a video on that. I will leave it up here on the description box below so you can get the full gist about why they are all trending. But the theme today is Bobrisky. Two men appeared on Arise News today talking about why Bobrisky, or the possibility that Bobrisky might be given the trending thing, which is he didn't actually go to prison, and he was given a special apartment where he stayed indoors throughout his stay, throughout him serving, that he didn't stay in prison. So two people, one of them is a bishop actually. He has spent 10 years in prison, the same Kirikiri prison. Another person was a former worker, a former staff in the correctional center. So both of them graced the Arise News today, and they talked about the reason or the possibility why it's possible that they gave Bobrisky that kind of preference or the kind of VIP treatment. We will hear from them very shortly. I'm using my phone, by the way. But before then, Falana issued a warning, let's just call it, issued a warning petition by VERYDARKBLACKMAN, asking for 24 hours for him to apologize to the public, apologize to him in public, and also withdraw his statement where he's accusing Files of being Gabriel Agege, and also trying to condemn the good works of Falana's firm. Now, 24 hours has passed, VDM has not apologized, and we know the next thing is court case. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel, because the story, this ride is going to be a long one, and I am here to always update you guys on that. Now, let's move over to what these people, prominent people that has a very big say when it comes to prison, has to say about VERYDARKBLACKMAN and Bobrisky.
And now we have a situation where a gentleman known as Bobrisky was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment in April. And in the wisdom of the leaders of Nigerian Correctional Service, they decided that, well, this is a correctional place. And they decided to arrange to put him in an apartment outside the prison, so that he could make phone calls, he could contact his godfathers. Isn't this in line with the idea of, rehabilitation, correction, rather than putting a socialite like Idris Okuneye inside the Kirikiri medium prison?
I want to say something here, Dr. Abate. I respect him so much. I love his intelligence, and he's a lawyer too. He is. But this statement that he's making, like he said, they put Bobrisky in an apartment. That was the same thing the voice audio said. The person in the voice audio was trying to talk to somebody else, telling the person that he has to stay in an apartment. That is not correct. Now, the person we are supposed to, or the person that we said is the owner of that voice, came out to debunk that, no, I'm not the person in that voice note. I am not the person saying that. He debunked it obviously. Now, Dr. Abate is saying expressly that that is Bobrisky. He would have used another word. He would have explained it in another way. And another thing is that statement from Dr. Abate seems like a sarcasm. It's not like a sarcasm, but if it's not a sarcasm, then he wouldn't have put it in a way that it means that they actually did that in prison. Because remember, Bob is already debunking, saying that that is not his voice. Let's continue.
Your prison. I'll start with you, Bishop Williams, and then let Mr. Enobore also help us to unpack this imagined conundrum.
And I will start from the area of giving a private accommodation to Mr. Idris. First of all, let me explain the categorization of the prison setup because the prison, which we call now correctional service, has buildings that accommodate convicted criminals and awaiting trials, including condemned criminals.
So that means he's trying to say that they have different sections for condemned criminals, people that are waiting trials, people that have been convicted. Let's move on.
Enter the prison for the first time, they have to put them on proper recording. Who is this inmate? Where is it to be kept? This man we are discussing today is neither here nor there. As a man
As a
or a
woman.
woman to be recognized. Are we going to say he is a man or is a woman? Now, thank God he openly confessed to the judge that tried her at the magistrate court. Her or him? Her or him. You see, the confusion is on. That is where I don't want us to over celebrate the issue.
Exactly. We have pressing issues here in Nigeria that is choking everybody. We have fuel hike, we have dollar hike, we have food insecurity, we have insecurity. A lot of things that are choking us, and we are trying to stretch Bobrisky's issue.
Is if I explain the setting up of the accommodation is for condemned prisoners, CC, those who have been sentenced to death. They are apart. They should not mingle with other inmates. The second accommodation is convicted inmates who are the owner of the prison.
You see, one is people they are condemned. That means possibly the people that already sentenced to sentenced to the other side. They are waiting for the day the governor or the president will sign the execution and they will be terminated. Then the second one, they are the people that are already convicted or probably they are not on death row. Yeah, it might be just life imprisonment or few years imprisonment. Let's continue.
Because awaiting trial has not been tried. The accommodation that is provided for all male, are they going to bring Idris with a transgender body look to go and sleep in the general cell with general prisoners? That is where it comes in.
Generally, here in Nigeria, we don't have any law in support or against transgender. We don't have any law in support or against cross-dressing. I think that is where this whole problem started from. Because if you tell me that Bobrisky is a man, are you blind to see that he has done his boobs? Are you blind to see that he has done his bum bum? He's transgender. I mean, the other one we do not see. We are not seeing it to know if he altered that one or not. But the fact that we are seeing that one that is visible, seeing the backside that is visible, he's a transgender. Now, no, before he become a transgender, he was a crossdresser. Like I told you, there is no law actually banning or accepting it in Nigeria. So that is even where the confusion started from. But let's go ahead.
That is where it comes in. That the first thing the record will do is to now say, okay, how do we treat this type of woman? She's not a woman, neither a man.
Neither fish nor frog.
So that's
Because she identified as a man. She's a man. She identified as a man.
that is
So that's a man.
that's
That's a man.
The Nigerian law does not
it's not a man.
understand
It's a transgender.
transsexuality.
So identified as a man.
What of her body fit?
The correctional center is a legal entity in Nigeria.
Exactly. So they now look for a way not to disturb because she can cause heavy right.
No. He.
You see now.
Identified
As a man.
So we have to
So let's
Telling
take
you
this.
how I was in the prison. I spent 10 years in the prison.
Okay.
I am not telling you stories. All those stories you are hearing, majority of those who are contributing don't know anything that is going on in the prison.
Yeah, but your time was in the 70s.
Whether 70,
The time is different now.
I was in the prison day before yesterday. I was at Kirikiri maximum. Not for his problem, but for the correctional message you mentioned now, which they are introducing. Now they now say, okay, how do we do it? They now say, okay, let us give him a special place. It is like that in the prison. They call it for protective custody because they will check.
Protective custody, that is probably what they gave to Bobrisky due to the gender confusion that is put there, the gender confusion that might be happening once he is in Kirikiri prison. Let's continue.
Him to pieces because of her body, of his body look. He looks like a woman. He moves like a woman. So for her to go to any cell, there are chronic homosexual inmates that are very hungry to go to any length to tear anybody, even the ones that are not transgender. They try to rape them.
What would they tear?
That is why I'm saying the purpose of giving her that how.
Okay. Bishop.
I don't know how to call her bishop.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, to stress the classification procedure that the Reverend gentleman talked about, we have that as our operational procedure. As an inmate is coming into the facility, the first thing you do is to profile that individual for the safety of the person coming in and the general prison environment. You want to know his background, his or her background.
So I guess what he's trying to say is, you don't expect Yahaya Bello now, when he's convicted of fraud or whatever, to go and stay in the section that a normal Nigerian would just stay. His safety is not guaranteed because that Nigerian that knows Yahaya Bello will first of all be agitated and angry about, okay, a politician that has been chopping our money is now with us in this, we will deal with you. Does it make sense? Okay. So the problem here is the sexuality of Bobrisky is not actually from the prison. And like I told you, in Nigeria, there is no law that is actually banning cross-dressing, actually banning transgender here in Nigeria or supporting it. So there is a loophole in the law, or there is a loophole in the law concerning that. That is why in the case of Bobrisky, they will be confused in the prison as to where in particular they will put him. He's not neither a man or a woman. He's transgender. He's supposed to be a woman completely, but we don't know what exists down there. But for here, the job was done. He has a boob. Backside, he has a boob. So that is the confusion. And I mean, if actually he was kept in a particular distinct place, I think that is the right thing to do, because at this point, you cannot say he's fully a woman and keep him in the female section, or he's fully a man and put him in the male section. So if you ask me, if there is actually a secluded or different position or different apartment in the same prison where he was kept, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Until here in Nigeria, we come up with that law that bans or that supports cross-dressing and transgender. Until then, this is the right thing to do from this analysis. If it was to this point, Thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe and join this family. You see, this Bobrisky case is going to be a long one, so stay glued to the channel. I'll forever bring you update as long as this case is ongoing. Thanks for watching and see you guys in my next video. Bye.